afternoon. Hope you're well. As always, we'll just let everyone log on. So give it a couple of minutes. I'm actually outside in the sunshine today. Hopefully it stays around. So today's workout, you need, just turn this down a little bit. You need a chair. That is it. A chair and a nice open space. And then afterwards we're going to be doing some stretching. We're going to be doing some glute stretching. Okay. So we're going to do some nice glute stretching as the afterthought of the session. But as always, we're doing 6 exercises and we're going to be doing them 3 times. And we're going to be doing 40 seconds per exercise. Okay. So hopefully the sound's okay out here. If it's not, please give me a shout. We'll just give it a couple more seconds, let everyone log in, get the notifications as always. So as you can see, I've got that garden chair with me today, which is enough for me. A kitchen chair, your sofa, anything like that is absolutely fine. We aren't using weights at all today. We are just going with a chair and body weight. Okay, so that's all you need for today. We will get started very, very soon. Make sure you've got a drink, as always, and enough room. So I've got mat space and I'll be moving my chair in and out. And as always, as this is the 6-week to 6-month session, please make sure you've had clearance from your GP or health practitioner to take part in exercise, and make sure that you are feeling ready and up for the exercise as well. Okay, if you get any funny pains, any funny feelings, please stop, and then also check our FAQs if you have any questions in regards to whether you should be doing these exercises or not. Okay, so hopefully that's answered everything. Make sure you've got that drink as always. And we will get started. Okay, what time are we on? 3 minutes past. We normally get till 5 past, don't we? So just give it that extra couple of minutes. Any questions about the session, as always, just drop them in at the bottom and I will do my best to respond throughout the workout. It's now getting sunny. It wasn't sunny before and now it's getting nice and sunny, which is good. So managed to get outside. It's just about warm enough today. Right, we're going to get going. Okay, so I want you to start marching on the spot. Off we go. Nice marching on the spot. Nice and steady. I'll just put the speaker underneath you guys so you can hear it. Keep going, nice and steady, okay? Make sure I don't get attacked by my plants here. So as always, 6-week to 6-month programme. We are taking it a little bit easier than how we do on a Wednesday. So you make the judgment of this, okay? It won't be long till I'm seeing you all face to face again now. Just getting some things finalised. Babi Actif, we're just getting things finalised to make sure that it is safe and we have the right protocol in place to be able to be exercising outside again with you. So we're at 15 seconds to go. Pick it up a little bit if you can. Good. And in 10 seconds we're going to go down into light squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Nice hip width apart. Down, back up. Nice solid squats. You lead with those glutes, pushing back. Looking forward at all times, not letting those shoulders drop forwards. Engaging that core as you come back out. Lovely. Okay, we're doing a tap high, tap low. So we go up, then we tap down. So we're going a bit deeper this time. That's it. 10 more seconds of these. Just making those hips up that little bit more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Okay, lunges, reverse lunges as always. So step back for me. We're staying down. So we're just doing that nice, smooth movement. Making sure that front knee isn't going over our toes. Brilliant. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And swap legs for me. So step back. Make sure your position's right. We are just warming up, so they're just light lunges for now. 10 more seconds. Get everything moving after hopefully a nice sunny weekend that you've had. Okay, some nice wrist rotations now. So one way, and then we're going to go back the other way, okay? And switch directions other way. Brilliant. Oh, that's starting to feel amazing. Get outside if you can, guys. Okay, arm rotations. Now I've got a bit of a shoulder injury, a bit of an impingement, so I'm just going to do one side. I want you guys to do both arms, okay? So going forwards, both arms please. This is my shoulder injury, which you may find when I'm doing the chair work later is a pain as well. And then the other way. Good. That's it. Make sure you're doing both arms for me. Okay, we're going to go down on the mat. We're going to do some donkey kicks, just simple donkey kicks, okay? So one leg, make sure there's a gap between your knees, onto your toes. We're going to wake everything up and kick back. Make sure you don't rock over. That's it. Nice right angle is what you want to get into. Nice and smooth. Brilliant. Keep going. And we're going to swap in 3, 2, 1. Swap over.
What? Sorry, just quickly. What if it's...
That's it. Just keep that leg kicking back into that right angle. Brilliant. Nearly there. 7. I want you to come back on your feet. There we go. Okay. So, sorry, no, stay down. We're doing thoracic twist. Sorry. Stay down. So I want you to lift one arm up, thread under, and back up, and under, and back up, and under. One more, and thread under. Good. Okay, one minute the other side. Off we go. Reach up, thread under, shoulder and ear coming down to the mat. Up we go. So you want that hand to go as high as possible. My right side, it won't quite go as high this week. All the way down. One more. Lovely. Okay. Now I want you to come back up standing. We're going to do a couple of stretches. You need to step back into a calf stretch first of all. So you step back, making sure we're pushing back on that rear heel. Just making sure it's down. And swap over. Nice deep stretch, well done. Okay, we're going to do a hamstring stretch, so feet together. And I want you to lift your toes up, so move 1 foot forwards, toes up, and just hinge, just press down on that straight leg. You'll feel it straight away down the back of your leg. Holding it there. Good, and swap sides. Lovely. Okay, we're doing a little bit of arms, so we're going to have our hands behind our back against our bottom, slightly soft knees, and you're going to lift up. Okay, so we're going to demo with one arm, you lift up with both of them together, and open that chest, and look up, there we go. Really opening that chest up, as always we are sat like this a lot at the moment, so really open that chest up. Good, okay, and then we're going to go forward, so soft knees, push forwards, keeping that upper body nice and straight. You don't want to lean into it, be nice and straight. That's it. Okay, lovely. I want you to go up high, we're going to go over to the side. So just over to the side, keep that pelvis where it needs to be, not popping our pelvis, not popping our hips. Back to centre and the other side. Lovely. Holding it there. Excellent. Back to centre, do a couple of shoulder rolls and the other way. Okay, we'll get going. So, first exercise. I'll go through all the exercises to begin with. We're going to do a chair squat, so a stand to sit. Or a sit to stand, whichever one you want to start with. So you get your chair, hope you can see me all right there. Perfect. And we're literally going to go standing up like this, and then you go as if you're going to squat down. So go down and back up. So you do put your weight into it, but don't sit down all the way because you won't want to get back up. Okay, so just tap, push back up, tap, push back up. Okay, first exercise. Now the next one is a side lunge. We're going to go static, okay? Nice and static, which means wide legs and they don't move. You're going to go down to one side, back up, down, back up. And every time you do it, you're pushing that bum back. So the same as we do with our squats, we're leading with our glutes. So you go down, our bum goes back. Okay, as you go down, you're exhaling as you're coming back out of the movement. Halfway through, we'll swap sides. Then we're doing tricep dips on the chair. So you get the chair again. Hands on the back of your chair, feet forwards, and you lower yourself down into the tricep dip, okay? Bring yourself back up. Exhale as you're coming back out of it, keeping those elbows tight. We don't let those elbows spread out at all. Then we're going to go on to an all fours shoulder tap. Oh no, my phone's saying too many things again. Right, hopefully this will come. So sorry about that, guys. I know Babi Actif will be able to merge them. My phone has been a nightmare at the moment, saying that it's full of data and I can't record these, which is really annoying. So hopefully these will link back together quite happily afterwards. Talk over at the beginning so that they can do a crossover. Apologies, hopefully it will start coming up so that you guys know that we are back on. Let's see if I can sort it out. Okay, I'm going to carry on and hopefully everyone will rejoin this one. Very frustrating, apologies. Okay, so we're going on to an all four shoulder tap from there. Send my chair out the way. We're going down onto all fours. Nice strong box. Exhale as we tap one shoulder at a time, okay? Nice and steady. Exhale as you bring up. Make sure that those knees have a gap and that we are not rocking from side to side, okay? Then the next thing we're going to do is a press up, but we're going to use our chair, okay? So we're going to be on our knees, and we're going to use our chair as the floor like we normally do, and we're going to go down, back up, down, back up, okay? And then we are finishing with a glute bridge with our toes up. So there's lots of moving around today. Extra calorie burning while we move around, extra movement. And then we finally finish just a standard glute bridge, but we're going to lift our toes today to have that bit of advancement, okay? So to create extra instability, exhale, push up. Exhale, push up. Okay, so you're on your heels. If you find when you're up here you're wobbling too much, put your feet nice and flat, okay? Put your feet nice and flat as you come up. So, are we ready? Hopefully people are back on now. Apologies for that. Please let me know that you can hear everything okay. You think you have good phones and then this happens. Right then, main workout. So, no weights needed. Grab that drink. And we're going to go. So, get your chair ready. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. First exercise. Nice, easy chair squat. Down, back up. Exhale as you're coming back up, okay? Feet hip width apart, nice and balanced. Try not to lock those knees out as much. Try not to lock those knees out when you come up to the top. 20 seconds to go. That's it, keep going, we're halfway. These aren't as easy as they look, getting up and down off your chair. It's exhausting, 10 more seconds. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, side lunge. So move your chair out of the way if it's a movable one. Otherwise, hopefully you guys have got stuff that are already there. We're going to go nice and wide, down onto one side. So I'm going to go to my right first. Doesn't matter which side you go, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Down. Exhale, back up. Good. 10 more seconds, just staying on this side. Going as low as you can, looking forwards, lift that chin. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Down we go. That's it. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Well, that breeze is nice. 5, 4, look forwards. Brilliant. Okay, get that chair back into play. And we're going for triceps. So hopefully I'll be able to carry these on, but if my shoulder shouts at me, I will have to stop, okay? Are we ready? Have a nice sit down while we wait. 5 seconds, tricep dips. Keep those elbows tucked. Exhale as you come up. Off we go. Down we go. That's it. Lifting those toes off the ground as you go down. Trying to get as low as you can, okay? More seconds. I know these hurt, they are tough, okay? They're much tougher than using a weight. Using your body weight, going against gravity makes it much tougher. 10 more seconds. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Come up, shake that off, move the chair out the way. And we're down onto all fours. So I'm just going to grab something as I am on patio tiles, so quite hard on the knees. Okay, so all fours, shoulder taps, off we go. Exhale. If you are finding these too easy, if you are at the point where you are nearly at 6 months and you want to move those knees further back away from your hands to create more tension in your core, please do, as long as you are steady. Okay, I don't want those hips moving all over the place. Exhale. 2 taps with 1 exhale is optimal, okay? That's what you want to be doing. 10 more seconds. Adding that instability, lifting that hand up. Brilliant. Okay, we are back onto the chair. We're doing press-ups this time, okay? So down on our knees. We're doing nice press-ups. Using the chair. Oh, we've only got 7 seconds, okay? So you can see my posture. Make sure you are lined up, nice and flat. Off we go. Try and get those elbows as tucked as you can. So we're doing more of a tricep dip. Protecting those shoulders. Good. Reducing the load on our core by being upwards like this. Keep going. Eight seconds. That's it. Breathing out as you come back up. Okay, I'll talk you more through that one next time with some more breathing tips. So move everything out of the way. You guys are like, I've not got anything in the way, it's just you. Okay, so down on our backs. Okay, this sense the sun's letting my eyes. Nice, feet hip width apart, onto your heels. Exhale, up we go. Back down. Squeeze those glutes at the top for me. Your hands can be in this position, so you're pushing down onto your elbows, or you can be holding the mat, which is just slightly more. Okay, that just makes it a little bit harder if you're holding the mat. Hands up like this gives you that extra stability. If you're feeling it in your quads, you need to readjust. If you're feeling it in your quads, your feet are too close together, close to your bum. If you're feeling it in your hamstrings, they're too far away. Okay, so you want a nice right angle. That's it. Brilliant. Okay, rest time. We have got 1 minute, so if you have any questions, let me know. Give me a shout. With the press-ups, what I want you doing today is I want you exhaling as you push away, okay? So when you're down in a low point and you come back up, I want you to exhale, but before you do that, you engage that pelvic floor. You draw that core in at that low point that we talk about, and then you fully exhale and come back out of it, okay? Really, really important to get used to that pattern. Right then. We're going to go in about 10 seconds. Okay, ready? Doing the sit stand. Grab your chair. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Oh, 2 seconds. Everything's going wrong today, isn't it? Bear with me, I cannot see a thing that is on here now. Bear with me. Okay, we're back on track. Couldn't see anything on my screen. Lovely. Right, we are doing chair, sit, stand. It's never just one thing, is it? It's always 10 ton of things that go on. Off we go. Hip width apart, tap down and back up. Down, back up. Okay? Try and get some good movement into it. Brilliant. Feeling this one. All the up and down we have to get as mothers. We have to do as mothers, sorry. 15 seconds. That's it. 8 seconds. Whew. That sun is getting warm. Lovely. Okay, alternate lunges. So, move your chair out of the way if you need to. Get ready. Nice and wide. Okay. We're going to go one side, then the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Stay down. Back up. So you're really pushing with this bending leg, okay? This is just your supporting leg down here. This one is back to centre. Every time, looking forwards. Shoulders back, leading with those glutes. First point to move is you push your bum back. Back to centre, swap sides. Lovely. Keep going, come on. 12 seconds on this one, you can do it. Then you've got one more round after this. Get those arms involved if you can, coming back up to centre. Lovely, okay, tricep dips on that chair. So, bring it back into play and get ready. If this is too much and you do have a weight nearby, then put the weight above your head and we drop down and bring back up, okay, with slightly soft knees. Otherwise, carry on with this one for me. Okay, let's go for it. Lift those toes as you drop that bum. You're dropping that pelvis down in a nice straight line, keeping those elbows tucked in, okay? If you've got a tight chair like this, it's quite helpful because it means your elbows don't stick out. They can't go anywhere. Brilliant. Nearly there with this one. I know it hurts. It is a tough one. 10 seconds. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Okay, we are going onto all four shoulder tap. Down onto the floor. This is what 4 months of lockdown has done. Working on a tiled floor means I'm starting to get cushions under my knees instead. Okay, off we go. Exhale, tap, 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 tap. And remember, if that's too easy, come into more of that half plank position. Would only recommend that if you are post at least 4 to 5 months, okay? Try not to be straight. As you exhale, draw that core in from this low point here. I'm not talking about belly button, I'm talking about your TVA down low. We contract there and the whole corset contracts. Lovely. Okay, we are on to press up using the chair. So, move that for me. I'm sure you guys have just got your sofas just there and it's much easier, much slicker than me moving around all the time. Get yourself ready using that chair. Remember what I said in the break about the exhale, the pelvic floor and core engagement. So we go down, we inhale, pelvic floor, core. Exhale, okay? So important. Lift, engage, exhale. Lift, engage, exhale. I don't care how many reps you do, I want you doing it right, okay? If we can get the core, and if we can get the pelvic floor and core engagement right at this point, press-ups will be easier for the rest of your life, okay? Brilliant. Okay, we're now down on our backs. I'm going to do some nice glute bridges now. So I want you on those heels, lift those toes for me. Nice and comfortable. Make sure they're not too far away or they're not too close. Get a nice comfortable position. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Onto those heels. Exhale. Make sure you're not overextending. We don't want to be going up and over. We want to be nice, straight line. Make sure as you descend, you're descending equally both sides. Exhale in the movement, okay? Come out of it if something doesn't feel right and readjust. Brilliant. Keep going with this one, come on. Good. Okay, 1 minute's rest. We're going to do a little bit less than 1 minute today, as we're using body weight and a chair instead of weights, so we're not getting too out of breath. So one more round, less than 6 minutes. As always, get water down you at this point. Okay. We're going to go in about 10 seconds. So make sure you're ready, get your chair ready if you need to. And we're doing a sit, stand, squat. So, are we ready? We're going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Nice sit to stand, make sure you're equal, make sure you're not going to miss the chair. That's always my fear on here. Down, exhale. Make it a bit more dynamic. Really push yourself back up as you're coming back up. Get those arms involved. These look really easy, but they're a lot harder than you think, okay? Anyone just clicking in, looking at what we're doing will be like, what are they doing? That's nice and easy. It is not. 10 more seconds. Starting to get a bit of a sweat on now. Come on. Last one. Up we come. Well done. Okay. If you kept up with my pace then, well done, because they were not easy. Side lunges. Get yourself ready. As wide as comfortable for you. If you're finding that your pelvis isn't liking these, go a bit narrower, bring those legs a bit closer together, or go into a split squat stance, okay? Which is, I will just show you, go into this stance instead. Okay? If you're finding it too much on your pelvis. Off we go, nice and wide. One side. Back to centre. Brilliant. Come on, we're nearly there now. 10 more seconds on this side. Good. Everyone is catching up as well. I hope you're outside doing these. And switch sides. There we go. Good. Keep going. Come on. Good pace. We're just keeping at that pace. So we're not using weights. So we're upping the reps. Upping that pace with these exercises. 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, we're doing triceps on the chair. Last few exercises now. We're going to go down. We've got 3 more. We've got triceps. We've got press-ups. And we're, no, we've got 4 more. We've got a few more. We'll be fine. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Okay. Triceps on the chair. We've got triceps. We've got press-ups. We've got box shoulder taps, and we've got glute bridge. There's less than 3. There are 3 minutes on my clock now. Okay, you can do this. 3 more exercises after this one. Make it count. Get low, back up. Really get those triceps and shoulders working. 10 more seconds. Come on, put some power into it. 2 and 1. Brilliant. Okay, we're going on to all fours for those shoulder taps. Get yourself ready. Okay, going in 10 seconds. And remember with this one, inhale at this point, exhale, tap, tap, inhale, then we exhale. Off we go. Inhale, exhale, tap. Inhale, do that double tap. Okay, remember, move those knees further away if you're finding this too easy. You're not feeling any benefit from it, move those knees further away from your hands. The key is keeping that pelvis still, that you can put a glass of water on your lower back, okay? Make sure you're exhaling every time that hand is off the mat, and even doing that double tap in one exhale. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, we're doing press ups using that chair. So whatever you're using, doesn't matter if it's your sofa and it's a bit lower. The higher it is, the less impact there is, okay? Less impact there is on your core. Are we ready? We're going in 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. Exhale, pelvic floor, core. Brilliant. Come on, keep going. Don't forget, get to that low point. Exhale, lift that pelvic floor, draw that core in. It will make that movement so much easier. Try not to let your neck go forwards. Try and keep your neck back so that it's at the same point as your shoulders. Nice straight line is what you want with your body. 2 and 1. Lovely. Okay. Everything out of the way. And we are down onto glute bridge, okay? And we're going. Just wait for the timer. Get yourself ready. Brilliant. On those heels, off we go. Exhale as you lift up, squeeze those glutes to the top. Lower yourself back down. Hold that mat if you want to make it a little bit harder. Lifting those toes makes it harder. Good. Keep going. Really emphasise that breath as you're lifting up, okay? Squeeze those glutes. Lift that pelvic floor. Nearly there. 2 and 1. Brilliant. Okay, grab yourself some water before we start stretching. Let's sort this out. A bit more chilled music. Well done everyone, that wasn't an easy session at all. It's nice. Okay. Perfect. Let's go with this one. Lovely. Okay, time to do some stretching. So we'll go down onto our knees. I want you to open those knees up. Sit back on your heels, get your toes pointing together. Walk forwards into a nice child's pose stretch. Drop that head to the mat. And just let yourself relax all the way down. Good. Some nice deep breaths. As you breathe in, let your pelvic floor relax. And just let yourself relax down into the mat. Okay, we're going to step forwards from there. So come up, step forwards so that you have a nice right angle with those legs. Drop down, make sure this front knee isn't going over your toes. And just open up these hip flexors just a little bit more. Holding it there, okay? Lovely. Nice deep stretching. Brilliant. And then swap sides. Quite a bit of stretching today, it's lovely and sunny out here. Make sure you've had a nice drink as well. really opening up that pelvis for me there. Okay, we're going to come up onto our feet. I'm going to reach up high. Then we're going to go over to the side, so I want soft knees over to the side. Stretching all down this side of the body. And back up and over to the other side. And then I want you to bring both arms down, and we're just going to raise one arm, okay? So soft knees, we're going to raise one arm and reach over, lower this other arm down your leg. As far as you can. Lovely. Back up to centre and do the same on the other side. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to stretch our calves out. So I want you to push back. Stretching that one out. We're going to do our quads as well while we're standing, and our hamstrings. Brilliant. Swap legs. Nice deep stretch, really pushing that heel down. Good. Lovely. Okay, now if you've got something to hold on to, if you've got a wall or anything like that that you want to use, then grab your foot and pull your foot to your bottom so that your knee is bent, so you feel the stretch down your quads. Okay? Really pulling that one back, but keeping that upper body nice and straight for me. Good. Okay, and then I want you to swap sides. Holding it there. Nice strong stretch. We need a lot of stretching today. And then we're going to do our hamstrings. So we're going to do a different hamstring one than we did at the beginning. So we need to go nice and wide. Again, if this is too much on your pelvis, then go to that first one that we did where we raise our toes up and lean down. We're going to pivot from our pelvis. We're going to lean over as if there's a bar. Nice and flat. All the way. Nice and flat. So you can see my back's nice and flat. And I'm feeling that now. My hamstrings. And then I'm going to lower myself down just a little bit more.
Ready to connect.
But keeping that back nice and straight. Then I'm going to go over to the left. Holding it there. And then I'm going to walk gently over to the right and hold it there. Okay? And come back to centre and then bring myself back up. So I'm going to have a slight bend in my knees. Bring myself back up vertebrae by vertebrae. So nice and slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more upper body stretching. So we're going to go hands by our bum and we're going to lift back. So we like this one. I do this on most days because the amount of time you are leant over, if you have having a baby, having a toddler, you are like this a lot, doing things for them. General stuff in the house, we are leant over a lot, okay? So doing this nice stretch will really, really help with opening up those chest muscles here, and then we'll go the opposite. So then we'll go forwards and we'll open up all the muscles around our shoulder blades across the top of our back. Really opening up those. Okay, we're going to go one arm across as well. So I want one arm across, and I want this arm that comes up to not be on your elbow or not be on your wrist. So you need it in between. You're just going to pull it up, and instead of it being down here as well, you want to lift it to your chin. Okay, so don't bring your chin down to it. Lift the arm up to your chin. Good. And then we're going to switch and lift it up to your chin there. Well done. Just holding it nice and steady. Nice deep breaths while we do it. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so we've done all of those. We're going to move on to our glute stretches now that we're going to focus on. Sorry, that we're going to focus on for our roundup at the end. Okay. So first one we're going to do. We're going to do a seated one. So I want you down on the floor. Most of these are seated actually, so I'm just going to bring my notepad here so I can see exactly where we are up to with them. Have a little bit of water if you need to. We're going to really take our time with these, okay? There is no rush with these at all. If you need to leave the workout now, don't worry, please do. You've done your main stretching for the session, and then just come back to these afterwards, okay? You can always pick up on this. You know it's on the Facebook page now, you know it's on the website, and you know it's on the YouTube channel as well. The reason I focus on glutes today is because they are one of the most dominant muscles in our body that we don't really know. And as a mum, you are sitting down a lot. With feeding and just general being with your baby, you end up sitting down quite a lot. So our glutes can get lazy. That isn't you being lazy, it is your glutes can get quite lazy and the muscles are switched off. They're not awake, they're not wanting to work, and so your bum can get a bit flatter, and we don't normally talk about aesthetics that much for these, but the issue is the strength in your glutes. So if your glutes are all weak and not stretched out, then you'll find that your lower back will start hurting. You'll push forwards like this, okay? So you end up pushing forwards like this. How many pregnant women do you see doing this? Okay, and that's because our back, our core has weakened, so our back tries to take over, but our glutes aren't strong enough to pull it all back. So the more we strengthen our glutes, the more we need to stretch them. So in a lot of our workouts, we do a lot of glute strengthening. In all the other sessions I teach, they are a main element of a session is your posterior chain, so your glutes are within that. So we want to make sure that we do stretch them afterwards, okay? Even if you have been sitting on them all day, it doesn't matter. Giving them a good stretch means that you have woken them up a little bit and they will fire more. Even doing it before you go for a walk. So I know we talked about in the past, I've done some glute strength exercises, and doing those even before you go for a walk is a really good way of waking up those glutes. The same as stretching them, that is a really good way of waking them up and making sure they're ready and they will fire and they will help with your posture and everything. A lot of people will say, a lot of postnatal mums will say, oh well this hurts or this part of my back hurts, and then I'll get them doing certain stretches, but I'll also get them doing their glute stretches, okay? And that is really, really important, because actually you may stretch out our central back here, but everything is linked, and if we've got an issue with one part of our posterior chain, then we need to be working on another part as well. So that's a bit of a blurb as to why I'm including them today. I want you to take a seat. We do these a lot in the class anyway, we always include them, but we're just going to go through all of them today, all the ones that I like doing, all the ones that are really useful. So you have one leg straight, you cross the other leg over, and then with your straight leg arm, so for me it's my right side, I'm going to wrap it around the knee, and if you are in your 4th trimester still, I want you to put your hand by the side of your hip, but if you're not, I want it at the base of your spine, so right against your bottom, and I want you to look over, so I'm on my left side, so I'm looking over my left shoulder. And I'm pulling this leg, my left leg, into my chest as close as possible. Taking some nice deep breaths while I'm there. And I'm feeling the stretch all down here. So through my glute, the main stretch is right there, my glute. I'm feeling it there. And also coming down into what's called your ITB a little bit as well. Nice deep stretch. Make sure you're not overstretching, but you're just holding the stretch. And then I want you to switch over. Okay, so really simple, straighten both legs, lift the other one over, swap arms, and then bring this hand either to the side of your hip or to the lower part of your spine, right against your bottom. And pull that one in. You may find that one side is tighter than the other, that's really, really common. We do a lot on one side of our body, we carry our child on one side, and then we work with the other side, don't we? So you'll always find one side's a little bit tighter. Just pulling it in, holding it, rather than releasing and stretching again. Good. And then release that one. Okay, the next one we're going to do is on our back. So there's a couple of parts to this one. So you go flat onto your back, as if you're going to be in the position to do a glute bridge. Now, you can either just lift up, so I'm going to lift up, I'll lift up my right leg first so you can see it easier, and cross it over. Now for some people that is enough of a stretch in your glutes, okay? That may be enough. For me it isn't, so I have to lift then my left leg up into the air, nice and straight, and I can feel it now, but I want that little bit extra stretch. So I'm going to loop my hands through around my thigh, and I'm going to pull that leg back. My back is pressed down into the mat, my head is nice and relaxed, and now I can feel the stretch. Okay, so a real nice deep stretch, pulling it as far as possible, but I'm not releasing and pulling again, I'm just holding the stretch. Taking some deep breaths, breathing through the stretch, breathing right deep into it. Nice and slow. And then I'm going to lower my left leg down, drop my right leg, and then I'm going to cross over. So I'm going to do the same again. And again, you may find that one side's tighter than the other, so this may be enough. But if it's not, lift that leg up off the floor, loop your hands through, and then pull the straight leg towards you with pushing the bent leg away slightly. Okay, it's a bit of a funny sensation, but then you suddenly feel the stretch even more. Just holding it there. Good. Nice deep breaths. Slowing everything down. Just giving your body a few minutes. And then lower that leg down. Uncross this one. And then come back up to seated. Okay, so we're going to go into what's called the pigeon now in yoga quite a lot. It's a really nice stretch. I don't do it very elegantly, but that's fine. That doesn't matter. As long as you're doing it right, it doesn't matter how elegant you are at all. So, we go forwards. We cross, so I'm going to bring my left leg forwards first, okay? I'm going to bring that forwards, I'm going to loop it under, so I've got quite long legs, so they get in the way quite a lot. Loop it under and then cross over. And then this other leg, so my right leg, just drops down, so my pelvis goes onto my heel. Now, first level is staying up nice and straight. Now, I can feel that today, okay? My other leg, my right leg, is nice and relaxed. I can feel that right into my glutes. I'm leaning back in it. And I'm not even, my hips aren't even touching my heel today, so that shows how tight I am today. But if you can, breathe in, exhale, and drop yourself down nice and low, okay? So the first one you do, I want you to hold it nice and high, keeping yourself up, pressing that bum back. Remember, stretching shouldn't hurt, but there should be that element of kind of pressure through the muscles to release it. Holding that there. Good. And then we're going to stay on that side and we're going to drop down, okay? So go as low as you can. If you can get your head all the way down, even better. Try and get your pelvis down as well. Mine does not want to go today. Isn't very helpful when I'm demoing these. Good, nice and low. Okay, then I want you to slowly walk yourself back up. It's quite an intense stretch, this one, so make sure you release your leg nice and gently. Bring them back together. And we're going to swap over. So exactly the same, but on the other side. So bring this leg through. You may have to lift it like I do, especially with trainers on. And then lower yourself down, okay? There we go. Lower yourself down. Try and get this front leg as straight as possible. If you're feeling any pressure on your knee, bring that knee forwards, okay? You can see on this side I've got a bit of an old knee injury, so I can't push it back quite as far. Make sure that back leg's nice and relaxed. And then you'll feel the stretch even more. Nice deep breaths. Just holding it there. Relax those shoulders. And then I want you to, in a couple of seconds, we're just going to lower ourselves down. Okay, exhale, down we go onto those forearms. And then if you can, drop your head as well. Don't let that bum stick in the air, you want to drop that bum down. Nice deep breaths. So again, as it's a nice intense stretch, we're going to hold it there a little bit longer. Okay, exhale to bring yourself back up. Nice and gently. Turn your foot back in and come out of the stretch. Okay, so that's quite an intense stretch. I really like that one because it really helps with deep glute work. It is really useful, but if it is uncomfortable, please don't push yourself with that one. So the next one we are doing is on our back. So we're going to be looping one leg over the other. So we're going to be on our back with our arms out straight, crossing one leg over. So legs nice and straight. I'm going to try and fit out here. Design this when I'm in my living room and then can't do it when I'm out here. You're going to bend one leg, rock it over, and I'm going to twist over that side. Now I can stay nice and flat, my upper body, and I'll feel it there. Or I can turn to the opposite way. So I've lifted my left leg over here and I'm dropping it over to the other side, really twisting. This is for your back as well, but I'm also going to look to the left to just strengthen that stretch all the way down, holding it there. Feeling it in my lower back. Really nice stretch, it's obviously connected down into your glutes. Nice strong stretch, and then exhale, come back to centre and swap sides. Okay, so I'm going to bring my right side up this time, rock it over, and just there might be enough for you, but if you can, then I want you to twist over and look the same way. Just holding it there. Feeling that in your back, also getting a bit of a glute stretch as well. Lovely. Okay, come back to centre. Just rock back and forth. We're going to bring our knees to our chest. Okay, so stretching out across those glutes, but we're also going to just massage that lower back slightly. So just rocking back and forth. Make sure you don't over exert yourself, so you don't go over onto your side. We don't want that. Just want that nice. You can even go round in a circle, and then the other way. Closest thing where any of us are going to get to a massage at the moment. So back and forth, and just making sure those knees are as close in as possible. Obviously don't put too much pressure, your knees onto your chest. If you're breastfeeding and you need to do a feed or anything like that, that won't be comfortable. Whatever is right for you. Okay, I want you to exhale, come back up. I've lost my page completely. There we go. Okay, we're going to go into a downward dog now. We're going to do something, so obviously I said these are glute stretches, but I'm just adding a few more in to make sure that we're doing an all-round glute and lower body, so with that back as well. So that posterior chain that I was talking about. So I want you to come into a downward dog. So you're on all fours, and then you can lift up, so onto your toes, into a, make sure I'm on camera, there we go. Nice triangle shape. And you can see my heels aren't touching the floor. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to do some marching. Back and forth. Nice marching, back and forth. Dropping those heels, stretching out all the rear of your legs, all the way up to those glutes, okay? Really pushing as you go. Bring those hands a bit closer to you to make it a little bit harder, or further away to make it easier, okay? Up and down. Keep going, okay? And then I want you to drop them back down, holding them still. Good, and then come down onto your knees, just bending into this position, and then we're going to exhale and go back up. Good. And march again. It's quite intense, this one, okay? So come back down, just put the weight down onto your knees if you need to. And if you're feeling lightheaded at all, come out of it for a few seconds, and if you don't want to go back into it, then please don't, okay? It's quite an intense one, so you just need to make sure that you're alright. We're going to do it once more, okay? One more time. Onto those hands, onto those toes, up we go. And march it out. So this time you should feel your legs, your heels just dropping that bit further, okay? A little bit further. Good, well done. And then we're going to hold it down, drop those heels. Lovely, and then come back down into child's pose. Drop onto those heels, open those knees, walk yourself forwards, and just take a few deep breaths. Lovely. And then bring yourself back up to seated. Brilliant. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the workout and the extra stretching. Sorry, I'm squinting on here today. I hope you enjoyed the workout and the extra stretching that we did today. Really focusing on those glutes, trying to make sure that we are getting the most out of our bodies as we can, and we're looking after them as well. So it's really, really key. Make sure you're ending up looking after that whole body, okay? As always, any questions, drop me a message on here or drop Babi Active a message and the appropriate person will get back to you, be it myself or any of the Babi Active team. And I will be back either on here or face to face next week, so we are not quite sure how it's panning out just yet, but we are getting there. Well, Babi Active are getting there, which is amazing. They're working really hard to try and get it ready for you guys, so it is nice and safe and ready for us all to be exercising in a nice socially distanced group again. So hopefully that will be advertised as soon as we know what's going on, but more than likely I will be back on here next Monday for the 6 week to 6 month, and then next Wednesday for 6 month plus, okay? Unless you hear any different on the page. So keep your eye out, because it will be exciting news coming really soon. Have a lovely week, and I will see you all either on Wednesday or on here next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.